Okay. Welcome. Okay, Nandi Purnima garu, shall I start?
Fine, fine. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. All right. Welcome everyone to the 8th day of the workshop. I know it's 8 days is usually long, so thank you for staying with us through this workshop. As you may have noticed, that it is important that all the sessions of the workshop be attended, because it's talking about various dimensions of our living, and one cannot be excluded. We can prioritize maybe based on our immediate needs and what's bothering us, but as such in our own life, generally all the dimensions are equally important and have impact on our well-being and happiness. So in that sense, it's important that the whole workshop be attended, and that's what we keep repeating at the beginning of the workshop, that it's important to stay through the workshop. Today's session, we have been talking for all the 7 days, so we want to hear from you today in today's session. But before we go into sharing what this workshop means to you, um, let's get we wanted to give you an overview of what this organization is about. So we haven't spent much time on this at the beginning of the workshop. We just said that this workshop is for our happiness and our well-being, and it's important to all of us, but we didn't say who we are in the first place. So we wanted to briefly introduce our team and our organization, and then and go into the sharing sessions. So you must have seen it in the invitation, like Center for Holistic Development of Human Consciousness. Um, so as the name is indicating, this is for enhancement of the human consciousness. So what we call as self in our body, like in ourselves, like the self and body that we discussed. Now that self, if we need to develop, that's what we are this organization is attempting to. Because if you look at like all the root causes, most of the social issues, or family issues, or everything, the root cause is, as we discussed, in the understanding of the self. So if the understanding, the right understanding, gets developed in the consciousness of the human being, it reflects at many places, in their relationships, in their family, in their house, in society. Wherever they go, they show that that development, and that happiness basically spreads everywhere. So we wanted to work at the core of all the issues, and that's the reason why this organization it came into existence. So uh, of course, the goal is to achieve an undivided society and a universal human order. What these are, you must have seen in the society session, where the whole human civilization. What's the goal of the civilization? We are working towards happy individuals, prosperous families, and a peaceful society, and living in coexistence with the nature. So that's the goal. That's what is called as a universal human order and undivided society, from our own family to a world family, to live in harmony with each other. So CHDHC has been started as a project under Amma Social Welfare Association. So ASWA has been there for over like 14 years now. They have been into a lot of social work and social activities, the conventional activities that you hear, like supporting in education, blood donations, food, and educating underprivileged kids, libraries, various initiatives. So we'll see all those as we go along. And CHDSC is one of the activities that are initiated under Amma Social Welfare Association. Now, first of all, we have a deep sense of gratitude to all of you who have spent your precious time, valuable time. We know how busy it is, and to take out continuously 8 days is not take out time for 8 days is not a small thing. So we thank you for that, and we thank our team, whoever is working. You have interacted with a few facilitators. There are more people in the team, and of course our volunteers. So some of you may have received some calls from our volunteers telling, do you understand what the workshop is? Do you need any information? Or is it all clear on how to register and join the workshop? So thanks to our volunteers who participated in supporting the workshop. And of course you must have seen, wow, this content is so beautiful, who actually developed this content. So we are just the transmitters, or taking this knowledge through our experience, adding our examples and our personal journey into it. But the actual propounder of all this knowledge, given with the knowledge, is Sri Nagaraj ji, Sri A Nagaraj ji, as you can see in the picture here. And then from him we learned this knowledge through Sri Ganesh Bagaria ji and Pradeep Ramanchalla ji. So these are our teachers. Without them there's no workshop called Jeevan Vidya, and this whole content in the form that you're seeing. So our greatest sense of gratitude to our teachers. um, okay, this is about like various activities of Chdhc. So we have, as you can see, workshops are being conducted. We have a long-term goal of starting some, value-based school. We do some research, like analyzing the trends and some statistics, and try to kind of see how we can impact education in a better way. And then so systemically, like helping the governments also, if at all, whenever there is intervention possible, trying to intervene. This is kind of our own structure of what we look a CHDHC to be. But most of the focus is right now on conducting the workshops. The other things are kind of future goals. The main goal is to right now conduct workshops and take this knowledge to all the people, because it's important to everyone. This is a picture of the team. I mean, of course, I'm not in this picture. This is a recent picture taken in India. And from the left to right, Giri, you must have seen him in the nature session. Swami, he must have met him in the implementation session. Mr. Hari, relationships. He took the topic of relationships in this workshop. Shiva, he took the society topic. Pradeep Garu and Srinivas, you must have interacted for all the queries and questions about the workshop. And Bala was also mostly in the back end in this workshop. So Sundar Garu was also not taken this workshop. So you have met some members of the team, and Purnima Garu, and so of course, yeah, the spouses and the family members of the CHDHC team. So there was an outing where everybody met and had some fun. So it's important that we want to live out these values first, and or in parallel, because living is equally important as talking, so or more important than talking actually. So we try to focus on the implementation aspect of this workshop also. And that's kids of CHDHC families. um, Okay, what are the activities of CHDHC? Right now, most of the activities are around conducting workshops. So we have been doing some offline, like face-to-face before the pandemic, but after the pandemic, it's mostly online workshops. And now slowly we are thinking about going back to face-to-face. Not all, the online will still stay, but in some form, form of a hybrid, like where we, let's say, meet for a 1 day and then continue for some more time on the online, or some combination of something like that. But workshops, yeah, Jeevan Vidya workshops is one of the main activities of CHDHC. And then special sessions. So sometimes on special occasions like a teacher's day or women's day or mother's day, we do conduct special topic sessions. So how to contextualize this knowledge for a particular situation of our life. So that's what special sessions are about. Though they will be just 1.5 hour, mostly question and answers. So yeah, we do conduct these special sessions also once in a while. And the most important, although it is put in smaller text here, is the weekly refreshers. So this workshop is just a beginning of the journey. So we just started here. This journey is a lifelong journey. Once it starts, it doesn't stop, because at every moment, when we are facing issues in day-to-day life, we keep coming back. What is that knowledge that can help me fix this issue? Or what can I do proactively to avoid getting into such situations? So these questions, whenever you get in your life, Jivan Vidya knowledge, as you may have seen, has most of the answers to these questions, and hence we keep coming back to this content. And weekly refreshers is one such way where you can connect on a weekly basis. Especially, I mean, as of now we are doing mainly Telugu weekly refreshers. So every Sunday at morning 7 o'clock, since almost maybe 2 years now, we have been conducting the weekly refreshers. So we take a small topic. It could be the same thing, the trust, or finer aspects of trust or respect, or anything like different topics. Sometimes new topics are considered, so more advanced content is presented. So it's basically a way to keep connected to us. So we have been getting a good attendance, close to 70-80 participants every weekly refresher. So participants from all the workshops join this in this refreshers. So I would say, what next for you after this workshop? This weekly refresher is the anchor to stay connected with this knowledge. So please do make a note of this. You will be intimated in WhatsApp about the how to join, where and the timings and everything, topics and contents. So please don't miss out joining the weekly refreshers. And then we do what is called as HLP, holistic living program. So a group of people, a small group of 7 8 people together, we share how we are implementing this knowledge in life, what are the hurdles we are facing, how we are trying to resolve them. So it's a more close knit group with more time for sharing with each other. And we take this knowledge to, of course, various places, like whether it's colleges, schools, companies. And we do 1 or 2 hour orientation sessions. So if you have any venues where we should present for 2 hours about Jivan Vidya, do let us know. We'll try to see if we can find a facilitator to do that. The work we have done so far in numbers. So yeah, like a lot of workshops we have conducted. I mean, of course, some of us have been conducting the workshops even way before 2018, but in a focused manner through an organization, we are doing it since 2018. So close to about 20,000 participants have been reached so far. And as you may have noticed, like all of us who are conducting these workshops are volunteers. So we have our own full-time jobs and like regular jobs. So this is done on as an volunteer work. We don't take any fees. The facilitators who are conducting these workshops don't take any, not even a single rupee. So and most of the donations and whatever contributions are required for the organization sustenance. So we have one full-time um, you know um, uh, person working for the organization to take care of the logistics, and then we have all these but the facilitators don't take the money. So we'll come to that. Some snap pictures from various workshops conducted like before the pandemic at various institutes and other uh, schools, etc. So, like I said, what next? The weekly refreshers are there. In Telugu, it's every Sunday. In English, it's on the first Sunday of every month. Um, so if you know Telugu language, please do join the Telugu refreshers. If you don't know Telugu, then at least once in a month we can connect on every first Sunday. Okay, now like the thing I was talking about, the facilitators, we don't charge any, we don't take any money for conducting these workshops. And as you may have noticed, during the registration, there's no kind of mandatory fees. We have appealed a few times because, as you have noticed, like there are like close to 260 people who registered, and right now we have 23 participants, including our own team, on the last day. The reason for that is we have noticed that if there is a fee, there is better sense of commitment. That's the reason we have appealed a few times in the group that please contribute before the workshop. It's important for your own commitment. um, and of course, it's not just for your own commitment, it is required for the organization also to sustain. So if you like the efforts that we are doing, if you think this will be useful for impacting the society, and if you're doing a good job and you want us to do more of this, then definitely you will have, I mean, we need your support. And whatever financial support you can give through your contributions, please do so. All this will go into the either the infrastructure costs like a laptop, like accounts. uh, these days, the free accounts of Zoom and all these are very less, so they're not sufficient for us. um, in fact, we were worried before starting of the workshop that we have 260 registrations. How can we accommodate them? The Zoom is only 100 member account. So we want to expand our technical capabilities also, because we are only 100 member. But I mean, uh, good or not, good or bad, only 95 people we started with on the first day. So we have not got a situation where we have to deny somebody an admission into the session, thankfully. um, but yeah, coming back to the point, uh, the link to contribute has been shared in the past and also will be shared again in the WhatsApp group and maybe even the chat here. Please go ahead and today, or is the best day to do it, because like we get back to our life, we get busy and go back into our day-to-day life. So whatever feeling you have today that you want to support the organization, please convert that into the support by doing contribution. Of course, financial contribution. There are other ways to support too. We need like volunteers to, like you saw some volunteers called you. There are some other activities like editing the videos, uploading the videos, etc. So if you are good at any of these skills, please let us know. We need your support. And of course, and then of course the biggest contribution you could be doing is in future. And when a new workshop announcement comes, please do share that announcement with your family and friends, or in social media on your WhatsApp or Facebook wall or Instagram, or whatever social media you are in. Please do share that, because uh, we don't do any advertising. So what we do when a workshop is announced is we just share the information in our to the people who have attended. And so far, thankfully, we have been getting good number of registrations without a lot of effort. So the moment we announced this workshop, we got close to 250 registrations within like 3-4 days. So thankfully the word of mouth is pretty good, and you are our ambassadors. Please do so whenever the next workshop is announced, if you of course found this workshop valuable. So with that, once again, I appeal that you please contribute in whatever amount is comfortable for you, and support the organization. Okay, yeah, express your prosperity. So now after the workshop, many of you must be feeling more prosperous than you were before. So this is an opportunity to express your prosperity. Again, a brief look at the team. So we have, like you must have, like we have shown the other picture, but again, about the team. So Pradeep Garu, Giri Garu, Sundar Garu, Hari Garu, Srinivas Garu, myself, Suman Shiva Garu, Bala Garu, and Sridevi Garu. Swami Garu. All these you may have met or you will meet as you go along in the future with us. So how to stay connected? We have a website, we have a YouTube channel, we have email address, Facebook, and phone number. So this again, like all this information is will be shared in the WhatsApp group. So, or you want to take a snapshot or take a note, you could do that. Uh, I'd like to spend a couple of minutes on the organization under which CHDHC is being done, Rama Social Welfare Association. So a lot of activities, as you can see, they're conducting schools and literary programs for the underprivileged children. Even during the pandemic, the school got closed, so they took the school to their own homes. They built a small shelter, called it the Children Learning Center, and the parents owned it, and they I mean, this has become a model now. The district educational offices and everybody are visiting these things to see how effectively they have been able to conduct these things. And then there's a library for the kids that is run by the organization. ASWA also conducts career guidance. They give a small booklet of what all the kids could do after their 10th class or 10th standard. Many of the kids don't have this guidance, so ASWA provides this guidance. And people who students who are not able to go to the higher education because of finances, ASWA supports them. They conduct regularly blood donation camps. So every once in 2-3 months, they conduct the blood donation camps. I mean, they in the sense we ASWA. Yeah, and then providing food to the um, to the needy at hospitals and at different places, visiting orphanages and old age homes and other relief activities like in during the pandemic or some floods, etc. A lot of resources are given or distributed through a social welfare association. So all these are the activities that a social welfare association does, and of course CHDHC is also one of the activities conducted under a social welfare association. So you could go and even support AMA Social Welfare Association in whatever financial or volunteering way. So all these activities are conducted by the volunteers mostly. They have small volunteer teams for each of the activities, and these are organized by the volunteers. So you could support AMA Social Welfare Association or CHDHC, both are the same, but you may find different links and websites. So either way, please do support the organization. Coming back to the next steps, self-evaluation form will be sent. So this is kind of just to see what are your main takeaways from the workshop. So please fill it. It'll take like 5 to 10 minutes of your time. There's a YouTube channel. If you subscribe, you'll keep getting updates on the new videos that are being uploaded. Whatever WhatsApp group is there, that's kind of a temporary WhatsApp group for the workshop. You may be given a new link. So please move to that permanent WhatsApp group. And donations. So like I said, donate, please support CHDHC. Your support will be very important to, so all of you were able to attend freely. It costs about 500 rupees for us when we calculated 400 to 500 rupees roughly for conducting per participant. But many of you have been able to attend because somebody in the past has sponsored the money. So you could sponsor somebody in the future who are not able to attend. So nobody is denied the workshop because they can't pay, but at the same time the finances are also important for the organization. So it is running mostly on donations model at this point. So, and you could, like I said, the anchor point is weekly refreshers. So please stay connected to us through the weekly refreshers. And of course, you can attend any number of sessions. There is no further fees or anything in the future for attending the sessions of CHDHC. So with that, I'll complete the presentation about CHDHC and AMA Social Welfare Association. Thank you once again for your time, invaluable time in this workshop. We hope you found this workshop valuable, and we wish to hear from you on how what was valuable for you, or how do you plan to use this knowledge going forward in your life. So with that, I hand over to Purnima Garu, who is going to take the session forward from here onwards.
Thank you, Suman. Thank you. So for the quick and clear presentation about CHDHC and about what we are doing and what they have to do and everything in fast mode. Despite having a bad throat, Suman, because of the commitment, he has undertaken his commitment to take the session. Thank you for that. So,
no problem. Thanks. My pleasure.
Yeah, this is the kind of commitment all the team members have. I mean, whatever the condition is, it is like the eagerness and zeal that have to contribute to the society. So that is the kind of commitment of all the team members. So thank you again. And so now, all these days, past few days, we have presented to you what we know. So what the knowledge we have gathered and the knowledge we know, with the intention that this might be because this has helped us, and we thought that this will help to help others also, and that this kind of presentation, this kind of knowledge is really needed to really needed for each one development. So all these days we talked, and now this is the time for you to talk and for you to share your views and your takeaways and the thing which you got connected more. So we request the participants to share your experience of the workshop. So this is an honor for the team's commitment. So we really want to know how it made sense to you and how it has helped you. It will be more than happy to know that. So please, with that, I welcome the participants to share your feelings, thoughts, whatever it is, the way you got connected. Please. Someone raised hand. Vishnu Kanji, please.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I really appreciate the time and effort that the whole team has put into for this enriching content. Actually, I mean, these are the sessions these are, as it says, like human values and life values. We don't get taught in school, and it was really enriching to see that somebody is actually doing such sessions, and there is a lot of interest among audience as well. So thanks to the audience as well that. They took time and energy and participating into this. So I think the first thing that I was happy about is the difference between like the first proposal that was mentioned, the basic human aspiration to be is to be happy, and if they actually have the competence or not is a separate thing. So although I mean it doesn't change as such, I think the current way, but at least to me it was really yeah, enriching to understand in a different perspective. Let's say that okay, everybody wants everybody to be happy, but maybe it is a competence, and then maybe sometimes we can help ourselves to build that competence, maybe we can help others to build that competence. So I think it is to do with the perspective that I really liked it, kind of that hit me kind of in the first few sessions. And then I'm just looking because I wrote some notes as Srinivas Garu asked, so that I don't miss. Um, and the second thing is like understanding self. I couldn't watch. I'm in a different time zone, so I couldn't attend all the sessions. So I was watching the recordings. And yesterday's session, I watched Purnima Garu. I watched one of your sessions, previous Telugu sessions from April or from February or so. And there, I think you gave really good examples of like understanding self. Why am I feeling like this? And getting this consciousness of okay, what is it that I want? I mean, for example, in relationship, if I want love, for example, and if I am hooking on to something that, okay, with that object, I will get love. So I think we can question all those kind of things. So it's about consciousness and then self-awareness. I think that's something that I take from the sessions here. And then all the material was presented as proposals, and you asked us to do a self-verification, I think, which is good. So this is something that I really like. Sometimes I was doing like this, but it actually reiterated kind of that the path that I'm going is good, and there is a group of people doing the same thing, and we can help each other out kind of in this endeavor. So that I was happy about. What when I was watching your session, Purnima Garu, I think what I would like some more clarity, I think, which I would get if I attend this, when I attend this refresher sessions, is difference between like compromising, like not getting a feeling that in a relation doing right doesn't mean that I am getting compromised, but understanding holistically like what love means and so on. So that is something that I still need some clarity on. But how I see this session, and I think what Suman Garu, Hari Garu, and everybody were reiterating is that this is the start of a journey. And I think for the time spent, I think it is very valuable sessions to me, valuable information, and then I can go back to that and then learn, relearn, and it's a continuous discussion kind of. So yeah, very happy and grateful to meet this wonderful community, and I plan to stay connected either through this school education, community services, and also research and development and so on. So let's see how yeah, I can be concluded. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Vishnu Kanji Garu, for the wonderful sharing. So the way you have presented the things which you have picked from the workshop, like the thing that this intention and competence, we are doubting the intention. That is the fundamental point. Most of the participants take away from these workshops is that is the, I mean, that is like the hit point of the workshop. So it's good that you catch, and that really helps. Actually, that really helps for our transformation. It's good that you pick the right point, and even if you catch a single point and work on that, it will improve our life tremendously. So that is for sure. And the commitment you have shown and the way you appreciate things is really beautiful. And all the best. And as you have taken the decision that to attend the weekly, if you're a Telugu speaking person, you can surely attend the weekly refreshers, and that will be really helpful. And these clarifications also, you'll get the things which you have, because this is a session for you to speak. So I'll not do that right now. There are other sessions which I have shared, and in weekly refreshers also down the line, I may take, and others you can ask there. Whoever take the session, you can ask there. So thanks a lot and all the best. Thank you for the valuable feedback. Thank you. So that is a wonderful sharing by Vishnukant. So that's a good start. Please come, somebody else come and share your views. Yeah, Shantagar, please go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Till now, I attended so many workshops related to subjects only. This is the first workshop in my life I attended for the human values. Really, I like the workshop very much, ma'am. I hope this should be implemented from the school age, and it should be a compulsory subject in each and every way, because you are saying that right to understand, we are understanding, but it is not possible to implement. But it is given from the childhood to each and every people, then it can be compulsory. We will get the universal human values. That I start from the day one to day 8. So many proposals we are given, and we attended to that one. But most of the thing I like this, how to understand the people. Even we are understanding, it is unable to. In the last session, you said that it is not possible to guess what they are going in their minds. But even though 50%, we are getting the knowledge how to understand the people, how to evaluate some of the problems which are prevailing in the present situations. And it is one of the most best workshop to get those type of small things. If you are handling the small things, it is possible to handle the big problems. So we can solve the small problems at that spot only if we are having this type of the skills we are implementing in our understanding, ma'am. That is very important concept you took it, ma'am. Really, it's a wonderful workshop. Till now, I didn't attend this type of the workshop. This is the first time I attended. I don't know. Some participants are saying that it started in the 2008 itself. But presently, I'm seeing that why I didn't attend that workshop. If I attended that workshop, really, I cannot lose my 10 years like this. Okay, that I can choose my way in a better manner. But presently, it is not possible for me. But anyhow, I will implement for the future onwards. This is a good seminar, ma'am. Really good workshop. We will implement, try to implement in the colleges itself also. I will talk to the management to keep this type of the online or the offline workshops to the students, so that we can give some human values and empathic relationships with the different types of the people, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Shantagaru. Thanks for your valuable feedback. As you said, like it is really needed from the childhood itself, this knowledge. The thing which you shared right now is really very important. I mean, it matters a lot. Like because suddenly we gather some knowledge and we have to implement amidst of all the things which we have gathered. It is really very difficult. If we are inclined to this knowledge right from childhood, that will be really good. So that is the attempt. That is what is called universal human order. That's what we are trying for. At least if we are bestowed with this knowledge, we can pass it on to our children. Then it can start from the early life itself. So that way also it is important for us to implement, so that at least our children picks it right from the childhood. So and it is there as a subject in some degree colleges and some engineering colleges also. It is there as a subject. So all kinds of attempts are made so that wherever it is possible in education, in life, so so that this understanding each one have to develop. So wherever it is possible, the attempts are being made. So that is there. Thank you that we are overwhelmed by your response that the content is like that. It's not the any uh, uh, credit goes, it doesn't go to the team members also, it is the commitment from the team members, but the content is like that, the way it is presented and the way it is that easily people can relate to their lives. Thank you that we hope you implement this in your life and become more and more happier. Thanks a lot for valuable feedback.
One more thing means, because we are not maintaining nowadays, just like a large families are not there and the joint families are also not there. So many are stick to the mobile phones. They are leading their independent lives from the children. After 5 years also, they started their own lifestyle. So it is one of the big problem to understand the people. So if we collectively this type of the workshops in each and everywhere means compulsory, they will be universal human values, ma'am. They will increase compulsory human values. They will change to the previous versions of the lifestyle, ma'am.
Are you a faculty in a college, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I am faculty in the AV college, ma'am.
Okay, so we actually take workshops in colleges and all. If it, somebody invites, then we are ready to take the, because most of these days online workshops are there, offline are there. So anything. So if really people are eager and if they want that, knowledge is never denied to anyone, and we are ready to take that also.
Because I attended so many workshops, I said, na ma'am, it is related to the concept. They will prepare the PPTs and they will implement on one side communication. But it is just like oral communication, I thought for the first time. It is just in front of me, you are talking. Simple, in a simple manner, in a not in a domestic manner or a well qualified manner. Whatever we understand in that manner, you expressed each and every member of your team, ma'am, has expressed their own ways. That I liked it very much, ma'am. Really, in a simple manner, you explained the most valuable things to us. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, and all the best for your all future endeavors. And
all of you, ma'am. All of the every member.
You can contact Srinivas Garu if you want to host in your college, then you can contact Srinivas Garu in future.
Definitely.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, Karun Kumar Garu has raised hand. Do you want to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I speak very less.
No problem. We'll make you speak more and go ahead. That's fine.
But the knowledge I received from this workshop made me speak.
Very good.
Like the thing was, few years back, in my life, any human being with a relation has done any mistakes towards me, I left that relation and forgot this. Like it's like an exit door for that person from my life. But few years back, I met a person who made me realize that human relations are very much important in every human relation is very important in our life. I want to implement that what she has taught me, but I feel in the middle I got some conflicts because of my previous preconditioning. This workshop solved the it was very eye opener for me, and also we need to very much like listen the word like show some gratitude, like you are receiving more and these kind of things. But I don't understand the word gratitude, but your knowledge was very simple and subtle way to understand. In the first 2 days only, I just got shocked. Like this subtle knowledge they are giving for free. For this kind of workshop and this kind of knowledge sharing. And one more thing to mention was I just got placed in TCS 2 days back. Like I'm finding very like meaning for life. This very workshop name was Jeevan Vidya. That means life skills, right? So I want to know what are the life skills. So I just enrolled into this program. I was very like it answered everything. Like if we encounter any situation in our life, we came back to the proposals you have given. The solution is there. At least in our part, it will correct. Like the feeling part and what we do and understanding the other person in the right understanding way. And this kind of knowledge was very awesome. I'd like to contribute to the efforts in future after I'm actually settled in TC. Like if the induction got over, I'm not assigned any project. After assigning the project, and I'll think of contributing something like a faculty or volunteer. I'm very interested in this, and this knowledge has to go to every India. Uh, it is very valuable information. I'll do whatever is needed for that.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Thank you, Kumar. So please stay hooked to this. I mean, just stay connected, and whatever it's like this. We think that for few days, anything good knowledge. It's good that you have picked the right things and you found that this very valuable and helpful to you. And getting aligned and getting connected with the right things is also more important, because down the line you may get tested. So it is very important that you stay connected, attend the weekly refreshers, and as much as possible, because the knowledge is new for us. Down the line, when we fall into our day-to-day life, we may get diverted. So it is important that we always that good sahwas, you say, that is very important. So please stay in tune with us, and we are sure that the way we have seen from many people, you'll be more happy, and the development is for sure. Thank you.
And one more thing was this knowledge is available for free in Google if anybody is for the right thing.
Yeah.
But the whole knowledge was not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to appreciate your efforts and CHDC team and ASWA also.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Lakshmi Kangaru, you want to speak?
Yeah. Very good evening to everyone, and thank you so much, the team, for conducting this online program. In fact, long back when I was in Satyam days, okay, Raju Lakhtanaji, okay, during that time I attended JV workshop, full 7 days workshop, which was conducted by Ganesh ji. So suddenly I got to an invite from one group WhatsApp, and joined this. So for me it is like a refresher. Okay, so I felt like COVID vaccination, first dose, second dose, third dose. So I felt this dose was really required for me, because it's been long time, and some of the fundamentals it helped me to reinforce, I can say. That is one thing. And second thing is, recently one of my cousin called. We like there are certain differences because of some land partition and all. So she's my cousin, my babai kutru. So during the time I realized that okay, their marriage anniversary was there. So what I did is, to surprise her, I sent a cake. She stays in Piduguralla near Guntur district. So we didn't receive a call because it was a surprise. I didn't write anything, but just I wrote Akka and Bava. So I was expecting that maybe she will call me by guessing. So my wife was really sad. Okay, see, your cousin didn't call and all. So I remembered one of the words. I don't know whether it was Sumanji or Srinivas Garu. where he said, if somebody is not calling, the first fundamental thing what we think is we expect that they call us immediately, or they remember our birthdays or anniversaries, but we don't really think what those other persons, maybe they had any challenge, or they are going something else, some issues are there. So with that kind of a understanding, I said to my wife, okay, maybe they have certain challenges, okay, because recently their daughter got married and they have some challenges like that. I was able to relate, and I asked a question: if your brother doesn't call you, will you feel bad? She said, no, I don't feel bad because I understand. So we were able to really have a qualitative discussion, I can say, and it helped me a lot to look at the other person just now who shared, because even I was of the same person, opinionated, I can say, or conditioned person. When things goes wrong, I used to exit from there. But now from Jeevan Vidya time onwards, I feel that any relationship cannot be broken. Okay, the only thing is you stop from your side, but the relationship still exists. So that is one thing which I learned from Jeevan Vidya. So only thing is you need to do your part. And with one small statement, I would like to close. Before, even in aeroplane, if you are traveling, if there is an emergency, they say that first you should put oxygen to your self, and then you should protect others, even the children or your family members. So Jeevan Vidya, same way, because normally we think of correcting others, or always we think that we should educate others. It is important, as Srinivas Garu time and again reinforcing, first, okay, some things are not in your control. The only thing which is in your control is to make yourself happy. So first, for those who just are introduced to Jeevan Vidya, remember this. First, you protect yourself with the oxygen mask, then you help others. So thank you so much, Sumanji, for seeing you after a long time. I see some familiar names. It's more than 14 years, I can say, I was able to recall. So as I said, madam, it is a booster dose which was really required at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So the nature never let you go away. It again, we are little far away. It just pulls you. In our form, we pull you. So
Yes.
to get connected. So if we are ready, nothing can go waste. Even if it is way back 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, whatever it may be, when the time comes, and again we'll be back if we are ready. And the nature always helps to go for the right things. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So that
Yeah, good to see you, Lakshmikant Garu, after a long time.
Yeah, thank you, Suman Garu.
Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, I
recalling.
remember
Okay.
you came with the Satyam team at the back then. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, Satyam, it was way back 2009, 2008. So 14
Yeah.
years back. Yeah.
Right.
So lovely.
Right.
I will connect with you, Sumanji. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
we're so happy to have you, sir. Thank you. Devika ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, thank you and congratulations to the whole team of CHT, CHC and ASWA for organizing Jeevan Vidya again. It for me, like Lakshmikant Garu, for me also it was a refresher course. I have been implementing the principles, but yes, sometimes you need to relearn relearn and refresh the knowledge that you have. So it was a refresher course for me as well. And one thing that I feel grateful to Jeevan Vidya is that it has helped me develop or help me walk on the path of understanding myself and developing my right understanding, and also establishing harmony with others, with the nature and with others around me. I would say in this through this workshop, yes, I feel everything happens for a reason, and this also came at the right time because I felt a little bit overwhelmed during the pandemic because there was no physical interaction with people, and that had created a lot of doubts in self doubt that about social anxiety or whether I would be able to connect with people again like before or not. So that was a doubt, self doubt in me. And yes, one thing the biggest thing that I have learned is that communication helps a lot in building strong relationships. It sometimes we may not understand that it is a lack of competence of the other person because of which there is a conflict, and in case of a conflict you should always respond and not react. So that is like being I also keep telling people that it is you should respond and not react. And one I have made a life goal for me, that is learn, unlearn, relearn. So that is something, that is the principle I follow in my life after Jeevan Vidya happened in my life in 2007, 2008. So I'm really grateful to all of you, all the instructors, all the facilitators for sharing your experiences and again helping me refresh the knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Devika ji. That was so sweet that, I mean, you're already on the path. It's just a refresher and again a booster dose to you as you're already on the path, and keep walking on the path. Nothing else I can say. So
I
yeah.
would also say that I understand Telugu, but I cannot speak. So it would be nice if I can attend the Telugu sessions also.
Yes, maybe if you can understand, you can.
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand.
That's fine. And you can speak in English if you want any. Here you can speak in English there also.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. So, anybody else wants to share? I don't see any hands raised now. Please, your feedback is so valuable for us. What you understood. Giridhar Garu, please carry on.
Yeah. I would like to thank each member of the team because this session was very helpful. When I joined, I just told that I want to know more about myself. That this helped me a lot because we already are following few things and we are on the path. But these are the things which are added. So suppose we may be doing things right, but sometimes there may be some lackings. So that way, the content was so put in so simpler way, so each and every person can understand fullest. So that's the best part I seen, that each and every topics were simply explained fully explained in simple way, so that each and every person can understand fully. So that helped a lot because some areas and how they divided something like 5 dimensions of human order in society. They were divided into 5 different sessions. So that way, I came to understand more on each session. So that really helped me, and I am always trying to be happy. That was my goal. But still, there was something that I came to know through this session, and basically, Devika was the person who told me about this session. So I joined. So that way, I was connected to this session. So I will be continuing with this, and I'll try to be on the path from now on. This really helped me in future. Yeah, thanks, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. That's great that this has helped you, and thank you, Devika ji, for spreading this. And actually, that is really needed. That the knowledge which is helpful to us, we should share with people, and others should get to know. And you should also do that, Girdhar sir, to carry.
Definitely. After coming to this session, I will be one of the ambassadors to pass on this about these sessions and all. So I'll definitely will be doing that from my end. What best I can do, I will be on that path. So definitely I will be also involving into this kind of activities, something for the society, right? So I want to do that.
Yeah, it is all our responsibility, each one of us responsibility. And glad to know that you're already working towards your happiness and almost happy. And these sessions kind of gap fillers for you. It's glad to know that
Recap and
for you.
refreshers sort of thing and gap fillers. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. This is going to help me a lot.
Yeah, and because each one of us have that little gaps, it's important to patch up all those things and evolve as a complete human being. So all the best for that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to the complete team. They made this session wonderful. Okay, thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you. Nagraj Garu, yeah, please carry on. Nagraj Garu, you raised your hand. Can you please unmute and speak?
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Yes, basically, I got this from the pre-Gurukul app actually, and actually I'm on a vacation. I could not able to attend couple of sessions, and but whatever the sessions I attended, especially Shuman Garu and Hari Garu and I think Krishna Garu last time on the harmony, I guess. So, but I am definitely going to see the other videos also. And whatever I saw, I'm a trainer. I'm a SAP trainer. I'm a SAP authorized trainer by the SAP. But the way you guys handled especially the Suman Garu, when he started the topic, everybody want to be happy. I was shocked. Come on, how this guy is simply presenting. That was my impression. I'm honestly speaking. Then when you started exploring the topic, the way he's unveiled the topic, it is superb, simply superb, and it's changed my thought process, to be honest. That's first thing. And one more most important takeaway, what I got from the Hari Garu was, that a lot of emotions were coming up in the class, but he said only one thing: who is hurting you? That's it. That one word, that one sentence, whatever we call it as, it's really, changing. It's going to be changed my way, I think, in my life. So big thanks, and I love to be associated with you guys. I'll be in touch with you. But I think I have to see all of the videos also, because I'm on a vacation for this summer vacation. Now I'm speaking here from the Manali, so I could not able to see. Yesterday I could not able to attend EME session, but I could not able to see, and I was seeing the comments. I was felt very bad. I could not able to watch it. People are giving lots of feedback on the way you handle the session. I think I missed it, but whatever I attended, I felt they itself, they're superb. And my heartfelt thanks for all of you for your efforts, and definitely I will do whatever I can do as a contributor or whatever I want to associate with you with our life. Thanks for that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Being on vacation, also you try to attend the workshops. That's a very nice thing. And the best thing is you're on your vacation, and you have the vacation for yourself also, like the knowledge vacation also you're getting. So that's the best thing. No problem, sir, because the workshops keep happening. Whatever you have picked up, the very good points from whatever you have attended. So even if you work on, as I said, the one thing, actually different things provoke different people. So it's the good points you have captured. So you can work on that, start working on that, and you can attend the weekly refreshers if you understand Telugu. As we said, there are weekly refreshers, and for English, if you can't understand Telugu, you can attend the weekly monthly refresher.
Yeah, I understand Telugu. I'm a Telugu. Yeah,
okay.
I'm Telugu, man.
No
but
problem.
I could not able to see me video. I could not able to see that. I think is it uploaded anywhere or?
It's not yet uploaded, I think, but recordings are there. Everything will be uploaded. Everything is available. So we'll upload.
But as I felt, I think other participants, I still miss. I feel bad. Why have not I been associated with? I've known this from maybe 2000 or 2000 when I was in US. I would have known then. I would have not never came back to India, I guess. So, several things touch base. So maybe So anyhow, that's it. Life is a game. So yes, thank you. Thanks. Anyhow, still we have life, so we have to implement it.
Positive note.
But it was a good point. It was really nice, which as one of the participants you were mentioning, it is must be there, should be there in the purpose. I am going to speak to my kids' school principal, and I try to speak and try to request your session at least for 2 hours there. She must be knowing about you guys, but still I want to make a point. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot and all the best. And maybe if possible, you try to attend the complete session because we keep taking the sessions. You can attend that, and you can also watch recording according to your convenience, whatever. The spirit is important. Either you do it on the remote way or directly attend the workshop. It's a choice, but the spirit should be there. Thank you and all the best. Yeah, Rajakar, please unmute and speak.
Yeah. Good evening, madam. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, let me thank you and your entire team for organizing such a wonderful workshop. And I'm very much happy that I could take part in this workshop. In all the sessions, I could participate. And overall, there are many take-home things. I mean, for me, and just to say a few. To start with, I got to know, I'm definitely not living in harmony with the environment or a relationship everywhere. So it means that it is too late. But I understand it is too late. But yeah, it is it is better late than never, as people say. So I think now I can work on all these things, because I started asking more questions right from day one. And thanks for that mail, the mail that said that there will be words with new meanings, right? And in fact, I must say, I got some very the deep meaning of certain important words. I know that really made me, because for communication, you need to understand the meaning of the words, the real meaning, or maybe the deep meaning, or maybe that meaning which you should bring out from yourself. The self is always going to be having the right intentions. That is what I learned. Maybe we do not have the competency to reflect ourselves to the society. So that part is very, very interesting, and it was a big eye-opening for me. And definitely I'll be practicing, and I'll be participating in whatsoever the activities that your organization is doing. And I'm also following the YouTube videos of the Jeevan Vidya, and I do have a couple of people who have participated in that, to whom I keep on asking questions. So so I think I started asking more questions, even to get even a better understanding. What I understand is, I think the understanding is not going to happen within a week or a month, or maybe it is a continuous process, what I understand. During the period, if I'm allowed, can I ask a question, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, when I think my question was so whether our ancestors, we understand that they lived a harmonious life, they practiced the right thing, during that period. I think we just read it from the literature and in the historical, things and all. So if they had that right understanding, then or the right knowledge, or whatsoever the practices that they were doing. So what happened, due to which there was a disconnection, or maybe from the different generations, we are into a new generations now, somehow we lost that legacy or something, so this was something in my mind. I started reading also on that part, right? So then if we start now, right, so then how are we going to educate the entire mass, and in line with the universal and the proposals, all the proposals that you have said, and which is very important, what I understand is, because the whole world is talking about sustainable development, right? So I think preserving the resources is the big challenge now, so because we have ruined almost all the resources, it is all in the depletion. And if you talk about the resources, now if you talk about the human beings, like we are totally depleted of the energy, the positive energies, because they are surrounded by complete negative energy things. So where to derive the energy for the self? And once you have that thing, then you would be able to spread that energy and create a community or the better society, so that the world is preserved, or maybe we can continue. So what I see is a big challenge, right? So this was all like, I was just going through, like, I could I think now I have a copy where I have filled around 15 pages with many words and some meanings, which is really very, very interesting, because that is my take home. So I made myself very clear that I'm going to be a listener, and I'm going to be taking everything, to the extent possible, without doing any multitasking, which I normally do. And most of us are forced to do multitasking because of the current, scenario and all. So that's all, madam. So I'm so happy that I was given an opportunity to share my views. And thank you so much to the entire team, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. It's important for us to know what you feel. It's a lot more important to us than you. To the extent we are connected to you, to the extent we are able to present the knowledge and all that. And the question which you asked, like if that knowledge was there in the past, how come the legacy has missed? So with that, we can understand that there is no point in the history that all the human beings have right understanding. It's not like that. I mean, it is always in the society, like few people have, few people don't have, and it was always like that. It actually, we kind of over-evaluate the history. We kind of, I mean, in the past means something we glorify it much more than it is needed. I mean, it's just like we have to evaluate the things as it is. We need not glorify things more than it is needed. So usually that happens. Whatever past is good, no, it's not like that. Bad things happened in the past also, bad things happen now also. That means that people didn't understand the entire society having the right knowledge. It was never like that. It was never, had it been there, now it is not possible that it's not passed to the next generations. If the entire society is with right understanding, it is like that. There were no facilities at that time, no development were there at that time, so they're forced to like to be together, and it was like compulsions, and it was like prompted by the circumstances more than the right understanding. So we should differentiate those two things. So it was more like, it's like this. Now the generation right now are addicted more to the phone, and the studies for them is much more harder. I mean, to go for studies and to dedicate time for studies is much more harder than for us, for a generation where the deviations were much less. So it doesn't mean that we are more people with the clarity, with people with more clarity. It is not like that. Thankfully, the facilities were less and the deviations were less. So had it been there, that our time also, don't know how much we have struggled. So so that's the thing. We need not glorify the past unnecessarily. We have to understand things absolutely as it is. So it is our turn. Whatever has happened in the past, and it's an individual journey, and then to the society. So that is more important. So I have to start. So starting always, it begins with me, and then it automatically spreads. The clarity, we have the clarity, it automatically spreads. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the sharing.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for the explanation, madam. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we would like to hear from more people. That motivates us.
Yeah, the Baswarajeshwari ji and Jyoti ji and Saraswati ji.
Okay. I don't see the raised hand. Yeah, Baswarajeshwari gar, can you please talk now? Or do you...
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Please.
Ma'am, that I got that very good insight and also the input. As now I'm working as a lecturer in engineering college. Fortunately, this time only we introduce the human values to subject for our engineering student, and I have been assigned with the 4 divisions. So that course has helped me to deal the problems or the queries the students are raising whenever they are, because it is not so easy to be understood by the student. Now they will take it as just one thing, because they are already, as we know that what is the kind of student nowadays we are having. Again, technical student teaching such a subject is some kind of a challenge also. They will take sometimes very lightly, some students will take it very seriously. Some student, I used to observe their reactions, some are very much impressed also. There that we are giving the assignment, that tutorial is also there, that is because it takes a lot of time to whenever there is a discussion. So it is not so, we have been assigned with 46 hours lecture hours. I think it is not possible to complete within that hour. That's the reason we are assigning the questions to at least to express their opinion in a written form. I'm just today only I evaluated the answers. Very wonderful reactions I received, and also this course helped me to a lot to deal. Means I gained some kind of confidence. I can take this because first time I am taking the class. I attended such a type of workshop already, but still that attaining and practically taking it. So you are much experienced as you are convincing us people, but we are not in that position. But somehow that I gained the confidence, means I am that is personally as well as as a lecturer, that it has given some kind of confidence that I can take the class, I can deal the matter, I can do the justice to the that subject to my student. Mom, thank you very much. So I will make an effort to be touch with your Jeevan Vidya workshops, ma'am. Thank you.
Glad to know that it helped you as a teacher also, as an individual and a teacher also. The thing is, the more and more we work as an individual, it gets easier. I mean, this workshop helps you a lot to work on yourself, and then it automatically flows to your students. I mean, we need not stress ourselves on that, because the clarity, the number of issues which are clarified for us, we can easily present to whoever it may be. Sometimes it may be students, sometimes it may be family. So we're happy to know that you're able to, it helped you to help your students. Thank you. Jyoti ji, I think you raised your hand. You would like to speak. You can share anything, any suggestions that we can improve, or anything which we have missed, or you feel that something should be added, or suggestions are also welcome. It is important because each one of your response is important, because we don't know who gets connected to what. So maybe the perspective which you have looked at, somebody might have missed. So it is important, whatever the smallest point, if you share, that is very precious to somebody else. You might be helping someone else. So please come forward and share your thoughts.
Yeah, Purnima, hi.
Hi. Hi, please.
Jyoti.
Yeah.
Is there any other Jyoti?
Sorry?
Is there another Jyoti there?
No, no.
Because I didn't raise my hand.
Is it?
I'm surprised anyway.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, all this is very new to me. Okay, this whole thing is very new to me.
Okay.
And I was actually connected by ASWA. In fact, I saw the program on TV one day, and then I have this habit of going through the website and things like that. Let me start show myself. Yeah. So are you able to see me? Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
I live in Bangalore.
Yeah.
So that's how I connected with Srinivas, and I got this mail and I joined.
Okay.
So the whole concept of Center for Holistic Development and Human Consciousness, this itself, for me to digest itself took time. It's the first time I'm attending this kind of a thing. The first thing that impressed me a lot was the connection which you made between, how you dissected self and body. That was beautiful. So that gave me a lot of insight. And to me, like you keep saying, to me, it's a journey. It's a real journey. And I don't know, I want to be very frank. The people who have enrolled for these kind of sessions, generally we are people who want to we will be in the path. We will be trying to better ourselves. Unfortunately, we find that those who, I'm not being arrogant, but to be sorry and to be able to say sorry It needs a lot of humility. First of all, to be able to be sorry, we must understand ourselves, which you have dwelled very well in this session. We need to understand ourselves. The understanding of self is very important. And that somebody else also wants to be happy, and we also want to be happy. And how much the other is focusing on your happiness, and how much I'm focusing on the other wanting to be happy. So these things were, very subtle things, very, very touchy things have also been handled in a very polished way, I would say. Very, very polished. Because sometimes, we need to speak very openly. It will take time. At least for me, it will take a lot of time. We may not be able to open up. That itself is a big issue. Like Devika was saying, she put it very beautifully. She said, learning, unlearning, and relearning. Am I right, Devika? You said 3 things. That was very well said, Devika.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And my whole purpose of enrolling into this is I'm into a very little social activities and society, and that was the very purpose of joining this. And I wanted to meet like-minded people. Like I told you the other day also, in three days back, I said, very few people have this kind of, they look at me weirdly, why are you doing whatever you're doing? So I was happy that I met so many people who are thinking on these lines. I would like to associate myself in future too, given my own circumstances, because right now I've been doing a lot, for the past 5-6 years, I'm into, not associated with any NGO, but like a freelancer, I've been doing frees, teaching, and I'm associated with very good souls who are also into teaching free. So we are doing in our own way. It's a very little we are able to do in the society. That's not like Mr. Raja was saying, and you gave a very good explanation. It's not like society was very beautiful, our ancestors, and they were bad and good every time. At any given point of time, good and bad coexists. If somebody didn't raise a voice, today Purnima, Devika, and me wouldn't be speaking in English. So, we wouldn't be speaking in English and sitting here and discussing these subtle and important things. We would be sitting inside the kitchen and cooking. So I think I'm making my point very clear. And I decided I will not miss any session. So I have sat through all the 7 days, 8 days rather, from 6:30 to 8 without moving from the place where I sit down, because I didn't want to miss anything. So because all this is new. So whatever we are trying to do, whatever you all have started, I came to know it was quite surprising for me. 2007-8, I was not aware. It's beautiful. And I'm sure ripples will be created in the water. We may not benefit out of it, like generations to come may benefit out of it. The process has to go on. And results will never be, it's very intangible. You will never see the results. We have to experience it. Somebody may experience it. Like we are experiencing today, sitting in my house with the laptop, I am able to connect with you guys. And that's wonderful. Somebody did something somewhere, maybe somebody else will benefit. And we don't have control over the, whatever we may be able to do. We don't have control. And we are nobody to even understand, okay, have I made a dent? No. Today, when I teach a kid sitting right somewhere in the corner of Karnataka, maybe she'll remember me, maybe she will not remember. That doesn't matter. Okay. Right now, I'm able to reach her, and that's sufficient. Someday she may not recall Jyoti, so that's not relevant to me. This is how I look at my life. And when I saw that all of you are also in the same path of, not wanting to, understand whether, okay, that's nice. We just have to do it. That's it. And in that sense, I'm very happy that I'm associated with the right kind of people. And I have noted a lot of things. I want to show you. I've literally noted down a lot of things. Whatever suits me, and I go through it. I just, simply I started noting down some things. And the PowerPoint presentation, it was very good. Hari Kumarji's presentation, when self wants happiness continuously, and the way we connect with society. I really had a very, I would say it is an enriching experience for me, because, and I don't know whether I can say this or not, the best part of the whole thing was there's no mention of religion. And that's really good for me, because I'm the person who looks at life. Every human being is born good. So in that concept, uh, nowhere religion has, and, and neither have the participants ever spoke about religion. So in that sense, the organization is really doing a wonderful thing. But of course, I can follow a little of Telugu, not much. So I would love to join on Sunday 1 hour sessions. And I'm a very outspoken person, and I talk a lot. So I decided that I will not speak. In fact, even now I said, no, I will not. I'll wait. I'll listen. Because I'm a good listener, though. I'm a very good listener, but I'm very outspoken, and I don't hesitate. So I really liked this session. And some things are, maybe it's my path. I have just begun the journey. Just begun the journey. I have to relook at myself, and I keep teaching my children the same thing. I say, the mirror is my best friend because it does not lie. So when I look at myself in the mirror after attending this session, I will ask my questions. I will ask and go on. Maybe it will say the right things. Maybe I may not agree with the mirror, but that's okay. That's a path. So in that sense, some of the sessions have been very good for me. Let me see how I'll be able to associate. But only one thing I request, friends, all the participants also, I'm saying, let us not get into this trap of speaking only beautiful and good things. Let us be open and brave. And differences doesn't mean that we have to be at loggerheads. We could always disagree. And we could always tell each other uncomfortable things, but that's okay. It's a journey. This is how I felt. So, Purnima, I mean, I'm happy. Some of us are blessed with the right connections in life. I had asked the question also, because when I see pain around me, when I see somebody is being bashed by her husband, then I ask myself, what am I attending this session? Why am I not able to do anything there? And I do it. I care a damn. I just go and interfere. I'm like that.
Right.
And I tell her, why do you tolerate? No mother teaches a daughter to tolerate violence, but yet she tolerates. I'm watching my friend. So it pains me. And I tell her this, but then do I have an alternative? I have no guts to give an alternative. Do I have an alternative? Say, walk out of it. No, it is her decision. And the time has to come. So when I see these kind of things, then I ruminate and I wonder, okay, what's happening in this session? What am I able to do? Right? So then I say, okay, it's each one's journey. So I tell her, no, your mother didn't teach you this. Tolerate what is required, not this.
Yes.
Right? Then I wonder, what will it mean to her if I spoke about self and body? These are my questions. I hope I made sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank
you. First of all, let me appreciate for your sincerity and commitment for attending the whole session and taking such a vast notes. That's really beautiful. Like the few things which you touched upon, like it's an individual journey, and the things which it may create ripples, yeah, in the society wise it will create just ripples, and they may just go with the flow. But at the individual level, the moment we start, the journey will definitely transformational, like for individual. So in the society, whether we can contribute or not, whether how much difference we can make, that we are not sure, maybe down the line or down the sometime, don't know. But the moment we start with it is directly proportional to effort. The development in us is directly proportional to the effort, that is for sure. So that impact, if that impact will be there, definitely, that I can say. So and there's only 5 minutes. It is not possible. There are numerous points which you have touched upon. I'm not able to respond on all those things, but it was a beautiful sharing, ma'am, and appreciate your commitment. Thank you. If anybody else wants to speak.
Before I go, I think I just wanted to notify Mr. Nagaraju actually was raising his hand and then he was not given a chance and he probably put the hand down. Shall we give him a chance to share?
I think he spoke. I think he spoke. His hand is not lowered. I think Mr. Nagaraj has spoke already.
Okay. Can I go next? If that's
yeah, please go ahead.
Just start my video. Hi everyone.
Hello.
I just wanted to first of all share my gratitude with the team who's actually put in so much of love, sweat, and blood to not just this workshop, but you've been kind of doing it since 2007 and taking the good aspects and deleting the bad aspects or improving the content. And it shows how well the journey of the workshop and the content itself has been. And it's great to see a really nice structured and a very engaging workshop that is there. So I just wanted to kind of give my gratitude to everyone who's been involved to make this workshop a very nice and a very effective one. For me, I think to summarize this experience, I'm just thinking, because I'm sitting in front of a laptop and having my phone next to me, I just wanted to kind of say, this is like getting, for me, it's like understanding what a basic humanity is. So going in deep down into that kind of thing. So like I'm thinking, okay, I'm like a laptop or I'm like a mobile phone. I have this hardware and I have software. So the hardware is there and then how the software is interacting. So far the software is interacting in a really bad way, or it needs a bit of programming to able to understand the hardware itself and also how it actually associate and actually talk to other software which is nearby or it's interacting with. So that is what I've actually kind of gathered in this past 8 days or so. So I think doing that coding and recoding, and as Devika ji was saying, learning, unlearning, and relearning. So like trying to do the reprogramming and programming that software which is inside me. The self part is actually what I wanted to do. And I think, yeah, I had like few light bulb moments, like things like you guys shared about connecting, like talking about responding, not reacting, and things like that really hit me. And also like paradigm shift and how to see things from another angle. So those two things really struck me in the last week or so. And I've actually kind of tried to be more empathetic and more understanding of my family members now. And yeah, so I've actually tried to implement, and yeah, we have kind of, I've told my aunt as well, and we are going to meet some relatives since it's the summer and it's nice to meet them all. So we are actually doing a journey of meeting the relatives inside Chennai for next couple of weeks, and about 4 or 5 of them. It started with only one person, and now the list is going up to like 5 now. So I think, I don't know if I could be able to have time to take her to all the 5 people. But yeah, it's nice to kind of making me connect with my family that I need to really thank. And I also wanted to thank the other participants, gave me a different perspective with respect to the topics, and it gave me, oh, this is how I can also think. And it was nice to kind of have different perspective and dimensions for each and every situation and problems that people face, including me. So it's in a whole, it was a very nice workshop. But I think I feel this 8 days, 1.5 hours is kind of a little rushy for me. I need a bit of a slow down version of the workshop, maybe the 7-day workshop or the 8-day workshop, where I could learn for like spend 6-7 hours and immerse myself into that kind of environment and learn more in-depth concepts, and that would probably help me. I have just 1 or 2 suggestions. One would be like having some activity during the workshop would be nice. because through activities, I felt it will be easy for participants to, to engage and also to, learn in a fun way rather than PowerPoint presentations. That's the only thing that I can think of so far, and the content is really nice. So it would be nice to, do the workshop, that longer workshops. And yeah, I would definitely attend that monthly English session. Sorry, I don't know Telugu. Might probably trigger me to learn Telugu, and then so that I can come and join you guys on the weekly Sunday sessions. That's all I have to say. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Ram. You had been an active participant all through the sessions, and we are happy to hear from you. Happy that it has right now you started implementing on your relationships, and immediately it has an impact on your personal friends. That's so happy. Yeah, please keep coming to the weekly refreshers. Maybe you can understand, and then you pick some new words, and all over the time you may understand Telugu also. This is a double bonanza, like language will also be a benefit for you. So please keep coming. Glad to see you. Thank you. All the best.
Yeah, can I share my views, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Good evening, all of you. Actually, from past 2 days, I am on travel, so I got my phone just right now, just 20 minutes back. So I haven't gone through whatever happened 2 days back, but whatever I attended before. So I can feel that it is very important for especially people like me who are working with a lot of students every day. So nowadays they're like they are, I can say all students are like techie people. So it's very difficult to like teach them and manage them. So in that way, and whatever activities they are doing in the class of the class, they are like somewhat disturbing. Okay, so that is the time I think that is the place where we need to counsel them properly. So this workshop, I think it will help people like me a lot, because as I think Ram Garu said, even I have the same concept like software and hardware. So our brain is like a software. Okay, we need to uninstall the software. I mean, in that software, we need to modify that software so that they will get benefit. So I think yeah, I'm looking forward for more sessions like weekly sessions. So through that, I think these things we can learn only through activities and by discussing whatever we have experienced in the real life, so that I think we can learn more and more. I think this is the only information part. We got the information, but once we start implementing, we face a lot of challenges. So I think those things we need to discuss here, so others also can give inputs on. Okay, thank you, madam. I'll go through the videos of today's and tomorrow, yesterday.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all of you.
Thanks that it helped you to reach your students. Happy to know that. So we're very glad that in the short span of time, it is so, I mean, we are connected to you a lot. That is, I mean, that gives the satisfaction and motivation to carry on. Thank you for that. So it's 8:05. Maybe if someone, one or two participants wants to share, we'd like to hear before we close.
I would like to share something.
Yeah.
So once a participant is done with the participant, I'll do it.
Yeah, please.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, all. So somebody, so a couple of you are requested for means homework or self-reflection daily activities. There are some daily activities which are planned, but as I personally messed up with something, so I could not able to deliver it properly. So those who are interested, I will share you the day-wise what you can say homework or self-reflection based on the activity. Based on each topic, we have some self-reflective exercises are there. So I will share with you. And a small request from my side is that we will forward a self-evaluation form, which is to reflect yourself. So that won't take more than 2 to 3 minutes, or two couple of minutes it will take. So I request every one of you to share your views and fill that form. And also I'll share few groups, like for English participant, there is a one permanent group, and for Telugu participants, there is one group. So I will share those groups. Once you join those groups, you can leave this group, the current temporary group. And I also request every one of you to go through our website. There are YouTube channel. There are there are many playlists where you can get English refreshers, Telugu refreshers, 19th batch, 18th batch, 17th batch. So you can go through any of those. Those are open to everyone. So those who want more information, or who, because previously this is a 2.5 hour session, daily 2.5 hour session. So those videos and Q&A is also uploaded there. So if you want more information, you want to see, you want to reflect, you want to check it out, you can use our YouTube channel. And you can also subscribe to it so that you can easy, whenever there is an upload, you can get a notification for you. So these are few of our requests for us. Tomorrow there will be a weekly refresher in Telugu. So people, I will share it in the 20th batch group too. So you can attend that too, that refresher also. Thank you, and thank you everyone for attending this workshop. Purnima garu, over to you.
Yeah. So we have reached the end of all the sessions. Thank you. If anybody wants to speak, still we can extend a little more, so that, because your feedback is more important, and we can stay for some more time. Anybody wants to share, please come forward. Okay. So it's not that the people who have shared, thank you, and the people who didn't share also, some people learn with silence, and they're also working. We expect that they're also working on them, and they are still in in the transition mode. So it is not that only people who have shared has picked up. So everybody might have picked something, something from this workshop. We are happy, and we expect you to work on these proposals through. This is just a beginning, and we expect you to take on this with their wherever the situations which you're placed, you please keep implementing, and stay connected with the weekly refreshers, and that will help you to refresh your knowledge. And time to time you can, because it's like we may get confused with the real-time situations. We don't know what is right. Sometimes we may think something is right, but we may be in confusion. So please keep attending the weekly refreshers, and there will be many number of workshops keep coming. So you please join that also if you want to learn more. Thank you. As one point I would like to, Jayshree, you want to speak? I think you raise your hand. See. Jayshree, raise your hand.
Ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Am I audible,
Yeah.
ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah. Carry on.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, Jayshree.
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening. Yes, ma'am. This time, this workshop, ma'am, I'm very curious to attend, but due to some situations, I'm unable to involve fully, ma'am. But also, అంతవరకు నేను కాన్షియస్గా ఉన్నంత వరకు నేను ఏమి అంటే, we should not blame others, otherwise we should not, అంటే మనకు ఇప్పుడు ఎవరినైనా మనం ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ పెట్టుకున్నా మనం ఎదుటి వాళ్ళు ఏదో చేయాలి అనేమి మనం బ్లేమ్ చేయకూడదు. we should do our thing. అంటే మనం రెస్పాన్సిబుల్గా ఉండి మనం చేయాలి. అప్పుడు అదే అంటే మనం ఎప్పుడైనా పక్కన వాళ్ళు మారలేదు, వాళ్ళు ఇలా ఉన్నారు అని మనం డిస్టర్బ్ అవ్వకూడదు. అంటే అప్పుడు మనం డిస్టర్బ్ అయ్యాము అంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ డ్యూ టు అవర్ ఫాల్ట్, అంటే మనకి అండర్స్టాండింగ్ సరిగ్గా లేదు అని ఆ పాయింట్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ దట్ పాయింట్ మ్యామ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ వర్క్షాప్. థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Nice
GST dates, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So one point I'd like to add, like Jyoti ma'am has pointed out, that all the who have attended this workshop are already on the right track, and only the right people, I mean people who have traveled a bit and who have that inclination usually are, otherwise who will attend who will listen to someone who speaks for us, and 8 days commitment and all. You people are already awesome. So we are happy that it will enhance your happiness in your lives. Thank you for making this a great success, and giving us a chance to share the knowledge which we know. Thank you. Let's close the session, and all the best to you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Thank you, madam.
everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy
Thank
weekend.
you.
Bye.